All right, good morning. This is the Site Plan Review Committee meeting, July 3rd, 2018. Members and present members today are Dana Brangiforti, City Assessor, Pat DeMarco, Code Consultant, Ben DeCristoforo, Building Inspector, Frank Strigi, City Planner, Paul Genzio, DPW Superintendent, and Mark Locke, Plumbing Inspector. First item on the agenda is site plan for 1684 North Shore Road. Anybody here for 1684 North Shore Road? Next site plan is for Arcadia Street for new construction of two family dwellings. You're waiting for, he's not here yet?
He's here, he's downstairs.
Next site plan is 731 Revere Beach Parkway.
Hi,
Hi.
I'm Carrie Ann Green. I'm from D'Ambrosio Brown. I'm here with Bob Anello, the owner of the property. I have plans if you want them. So my client is proposing the reconstruction and modification of the building at the property within the existing footprint. The building would be approximately 30 to 31 feet tall in height, and it would all be used as self-storage.
Okay.
So there's presently a special permit on this, correct?
I'm sorry?
There's presently a special permit on this?
Yes.
And there's a proposed change now. We're going to eliminate the first floor office area, convert the whole building to
Yes, instead
self-storage.
of using the building for multi-use with my existing electrical company in self-storage, because of structural and safety issues, they found it deemed that it was unsafe for us to stay in the building during construction. So, because the walls and the existing structures won't support the new building. So once we took a step back and took a look, we've presently relocated the electric company, and it's in Revere, and we plan to stay in Revere. The modification is simply, nothing's going to change. The height, the width, the length, the depth, the footprint will stay the same. It'll just be 100% self-storage instead of I think it was 60% self-storage and 40% the other business.
How many units are you talking about, self-storage units?
In excess of 300.
Okay, so a special permit was issued on this. However, they're changing the conditions of the special permit by adding more space to self-storage, so they're going to have to go back to the city council for amendment to the special permit.
Yes.
So we'll issue a letter to that effect, file that with the city clerk, and have the public hearing. Once you get your special permit, get it recorded, come back to us, and we'll do a final site plan review. Okay?
Sounds good.
Right.
So we'll try to get that letter to you today,
All right,
so you can
that'd be
get on the
great.
agenda.
Perfect.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
Thank you. Yep.
Ahmed?
Yes, sir.
Next site plan is for Cushman Avenue, new construction.
How are you? I might be a little bit premature, but I'm supposed to have a full set of plans ready, but I do have the site plan.
Well, for today, all you need is your site plan. Okay.
Does it have a number yet, Steve? Or do you have a approximate?
Yeah, more than likely it will be 46, Cushman. It's the last house. This is the last lot on the right.
Oh, this is the one,
Yeah.
Yeah. It's the one that slopes down to the Housing Authority property.
Where is this? Oh, is this the
Slopes
last
down
one on
to
the left?
Yeah,
Oh, okay, yeah.
to the Housing Authority
Yep,
property.
Yep.
Almost, well, before you, after you get to High Street,
Yep.
Cushman, Tuckerman, yeah. Do you have any elevation plans?
I do, but this set of plans, I'm reducing it. This is 40 feet wide, they're being redrawn, and they were supposed to be ready, but, so I'd have to really,
And this is gonna be a side-by-side, two-family?
yeah,
You going with the one principal entrance, or you, yeah,
single row. It's like,
yeah, that's fine.
so this is 40 feet wide, I'm reducing it to 36, so the driveways are comfortable.
Yeah, so your plot plan reflects that?
Yes.
36 by 38?
Right. It's supposed to be ready, but it needs a few more days.
So you're gonna have a retaining wall around this whole site? Yeah.
Not really, it's gonna be just for the driveways. It shows it two ways, but it's just gonna be halfway.
Okay. And this will all be sloped down? Is it flat, level out back here? No, it doesn't.
It slopes, you know.
Yeah,
It'll be
yeah.
a walkout basement, but
Yeah.
there'll be a small retaining wall on each side for the driveway purposes, take the curse out of the slope.
How big is the wall?
It's probably gonna be roughly 3 to 5 feet, so,
So, there'll be a design you'll have to provide
yeah.
for the wall? Make sure also that none of the wall, the footing or any of that is on any other property?
Right, it's a block wall, right, it'll be a landscape block.
Did you, where did you get 46 from? Did you?
Well,
Sides then.
no, that's just premature, the last house is 44,
All right.
and there's nothing after that. So just, right now, we're just assuming,
The city engineer has a sign with a number,
Section 19.
parcel 19.
Parcel 18 is number 44.
just assuming right now that it'll be 46 after Nick reviews it. Yeah. No, yeah, you can. That's an.
It's uploaded, yeah.
Yeah. You can keep those. This is in a, yeah, that's in. Yeah.
Just remember, you need 40% of the front yard has to be landscaped, open
Right.
space, you're familiar with that. So,
Yes.
you have the two parking areas and your walkway, other than that, everything
One
else
door,
has to.
two.
This is one principal entrance.
And,
All right, this will be a standard site plan review letter, and it'll be provided on e-permitting. And if you're the applicant on there and you left your email address,
Yeah.
it'll be emailed to you directly.
all right, one question I have is while I'm waiting for the process, the lot is heavily vegetated and there's a lot of junky trees and stuff. Can I work on that or while I'm waiting?
Yeah, but there's no permit required for that. Yeah.
Just to get it ready.
You have a problem with that, Frank?
No.
Yeah, no, I don't see it as an issue. Yeah, you can de-tree that
There's
area.
no graphic pairs.
Just try not to cut it clean, leave something.
I'm gonna try, but we're gonna replant though.
Yeah.
We're gonna be working with the housing authority also to clean up that whole edge.
So we'll need to take a look at the elevation plan, because you're a sloped lot,
Yeah,
and you can't be 3 stories, so, we're gonna have to take a look at that.
all right.
You
Like
can
a
now
federal
go,
style roof.
you can go to 35 feet in height
Right, yeah.
now, on a lot that's 8,000 square feet or less.
The house next door using that lot is for parking?
No, that,
Driveway?
it's,
No, they just did some work. There should be a driveway on the left-hand side, Nick, looking at the house. Yeah, I don't know how they're using it presently, but the left-hand side, yeah.
I see that one. That looks fairly new.
Yeah, it's not part of that. I mean,
There's
I
a
don't
car
have-
We have an eyebrow here, cut out
Yeah.
in the roadway.
Were these lots in
Yeah, right
common,
there.
Frank?
Pardon me?
Were these two lots in common at one time?
Well, I don't,
They could come in
I
here.
think many
Doesn't
years
matter.
ago- Many years ago.
yeah.
So
There
the
is a
other house
car
has
parked
parking,
there, but
right?
it's a guy from
They're not-
Trudeau's down the street. He just parks
Yeah.
Yeah, that's, yeah. I mean, you can do that enforcement.
Yeah, no, that's not, I'll leave him a note.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Get everything uploaded and, site plan review will be on it.
Want to get that? All right, thank you.
Okay, is anybody here again for 1684 North Shore Road? Okay, what are you proposing to do?
It's an existing two-story, 2.5-story, two-family that we're looking to finish the basement and the attic and add a dormer to one side in the back. And lower the patio in the back to allow for a full-size door for egress. And also remove the front sunroom addition that's falling apart. So we're going to take that down and just add a deck in its place.
What are you proposing in the basement?
Just a finished
Additional living space?
for the first floor, right?
Yeah.
So it'll still be 2 units. One will have the first floor in the basement, the other will have the second floor and the attic.
Were you, I think this was before us once already.
Not yet. This is a different one.
Okay. And it's legal, it's a standard two-family.
Yep.
So no, there's no extension of the structure at all, it's just all within the same footprint.
Yep, we're even taking down the back porch, which is this, and just having a smaller deck with a stair from the first floor.
Okay.
So this is now going to be an open porch?
Yep, on the front, yes. So we're removing some floor area and adding some in the basement and attic.
It's that,
Let's get a front view.
that's the bump
The front.
Yep.
Yeah. All right, you'll just require a building permit for this. It won't be a total, site plan review
Okay.
requirement. So you can file to re-permitting for your building permits, upload your plans,
Mm-hmm.
okay?
Okay.
Planning on to replace the water line?
I'm not sure, actually.
Looks like.
Cutting
Sewer's gonna
caps.
remain,
Yeah.
gas is gonna remain, and you're gonna put in a new water?
Yes, if
Bigger
it's
service
needed,
needed?
yeah.
So I see that you're removing the water line. You need to remove the whole service out to the main.
Mm-hmm.
So then what you're, I don't know how big it is there, but if it's 1 inch or 2 inch, you're gonna be shutting off the corporation that's there and plugging that.
Yeah,
Yeah. But the service itself has to come out too.
okay.
Yeah, it says existing water line to be capped and cut at main.
Right. But the service, it's not an excavation here, just cut it and cap it, the service, it has to come out.
Re-service completely, yeah.
Okay.
As far as the drainage in the back, you're looking to add some infiltration, an infiltration piece to that, is that right?
Yeah, we're adding a trench drain that goes to an enclosure below the patio.
Okay, so
Is that for surface water or for roof? Or both?
it looks like both.
Yeah, we're planning to do a little retaining wall to lower that patio. So it'll mainly just be for the water that gets in that patio
It'll
area.
be low, kind of like a bowl. So it's
Yeah,
just for that.
it'll be like 3 feet down
Okay.
from the existing grade.
Do you have, just, do you know what the underlying soils there are?
No, the engineer
Just wondering
might.
as far as infiltration goes.
Okay.
So, I don't know if you have a detail there, I don't see it, but you'll have to provide a detail for the subsurface drainage, system? And
Yeah,
what's connected to it and all that?
Okay.
There's a little detail.
There's a little detail, you
Yeah,
can't really
the
see
trench.
it.
The trench drain is what's along there, right?
Yeah, and then on the other side.
I don't have it in front of me, but-
Okay, so over here on the right, you mean?
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a little too small.
Yeah. Okay. Your upload, you have or will upload full size?
Yeah, we have.
Okay. So I'll have to look at it there then.
Okay.
So you're proposing a kitchen in the basement. Is that going to be, so the basement and first floor are going to be one unit?
Yes.
Second and third floor will be a second unit?
Right.
With bedrooms on the first. So just keep in mind that everything's gotta be code compliant. I don't know what the heights are and means of egress, furniture egress windows. We just have to implement all the codes.
Okay. Yeah, it's about 7'2" down in the basement, so it'll just be enough.
It's a basement plan. So all new exterior, all new windows, new siding, new roof?
Yep.
Okay. Any other questions? It's a
Established
pre-existing, non-conforming two-family. Yeah.
Yeah, it's established too, yeah. Well, I'm assuming.
There's no
we can-
parking.
We'll do the research.
Oh, you do have one, you have parking on one
There's two,
side.
there's existing
Yeah.
2 spots, but
Yeah.
we don't have more
Driveway.
room.
Okay. You're all set.
Thank you.
Just building permit.
Benny, that permit will be routed to me, right?
Well, site plan for Arcadia Street by Hal Abrams, the new construction.
Sorry, it's a bit late.
Where is it on Arcadia?
This is vacant land on Arcadia and Ellerton.
This is Arcadia here. This
Let's
is,
do one at a time. Yeah.
Okay.
Do we have a site plan?
Yeah, let's do,
There we go, 10,
it should be
187.
They're all the same, Arcadia and Ellerton are the same.
they're all more or less the same floor plan. They're all the same design as far as this. But they are on 3 different lots. And on the site plan for, for the site plan for here, through the suggestion of this board, what we did on Arcadia is that we staggered the footprint of the dwelling, of the structure. So if this is Arcadia here and it's back to Ellerton, but we're taking Arcadia at first. So they're all 3 lots. Can you hear me? I'm sorry. So all the lots are over the minimum requirement, and we're going with a townhouse duplex look, and each one will have its own stairway. And to help out with the neighborhood, you will notice on the setbacks to the side where the abutting neighbor is, where I believe it could have been 5, we extended it to 12. We went to 12 feet. So we wouldn't be that close to the neighbor, so we pushed it over. And the other thing that we did do, just by some of the, hearing the fire department, is that Arcadia and Ellerton Street are dead ends. And when they pull up for an emergency, the fire department, with the tiller truck, they have to back all the way down the street. So we're proposing on this side, if we can, if it's allowed, and if conservation says it's okay, to connect Ellerton and Arcadia, which we think will be beneficial to the neighborhood also.
Where's the eastern curving ditches?
It abuts right over here, on this side right here. Right here. We have contacted the environmental engineer, structural engineer, but as you know, this is the first step, so. Oh, I didn't see it there, I'm sorry. I shouldn't speak for the fire department.
Okay. Can we describe the, excuse me, can we describe the parcel numbers for an Arcadia Street? What parcel numbers are we
Okay.
talking about?
For Arcadia, here are the
Oh, here
parcel
we go.
numbers here.
Okay, I'll need that. So these are lots 31 through 34.
Yeah, they don't have, it doesn't have a number because it's empty land.
There should be a parcel number though for all that.
Like off of the other road, through the marsh, to Arcadia?
No.
Okay, let's see the parcel numbers for Ellerton.
Which one do you want next?
Let me see Ellerton.
Okay.
Just want to get this straight.
Yeah,
So you were discussing
right here.
a turnaround for the fire department?
I'm sorry. Yes,
Can you
that's
explain
on,
exactly where that is going to be?
that's on the plan right here that the chief is looking at. And what it does, it's right here also. So you have Ellerton and Arcadia.
Yeah.
So if we can, where it says site access, turnaround,
okay.
fire department access. So for the biggest fire apparatus, I understand, is the tiller truck. I'm sure the pump can make it here. I'm not sure if the tiller truck, but this is something that we are proposing if the fire department likes it.
Yeah, that would have to be a crushed stone or
Yeah.
area.
So it could be a
Actual road.
permeable site, it could be a drainage road, doesn't have to be concrete or hot top. You'd want something that it drains back into the ground.
Okay. So the parcel on Arcadia Street is 6,599 square feet. Again, it conforms for a two-family home. The only other board you would have to go through is the Conservation Commission.
Okay.
And the same on Ellerton Street, you have over 7,000 square feet.
Okay.
You need more than 6,000 square feet for a two-family. You meet that on both parcels.
Okay.
So zoning-wise, just to the neighbors that are here, he conforms to the zoning for a two-family home on Ellerton Street and a two-family home on Arcadia Street. So he describes them as duplex townhouses, but they're just two units, so it's just another way of describing a two-family. Yeah. And they'll each be required, they're required to have 4 parking spaces. Yes, it would be an up and down. Obviously, it would have to be elevated. Maybe if you have
It's
a,
right here.
before they go to Concom, the requirements would be meeting floodplain zoning and elevating all the utilities in the first floor elevation.
I talked with one of the local builders that was building down there recently, and he estimates it's anywhere from 4 to 5 feet above grade. Some other homes down there, either after the blizzard of 78 or 91, they just lifted the houses over 8 feet, which I understand, whatever happens in the 8 feet, sometimes they have occupancy there. Just keeping it at 4 or 5 feet prevents an occupancy, and that's why we
Well,
want to do that.
all you need to do is be above base flood
Just
elevation.
be above,
so,
yeah.
Yeah.
If the
So,
need requires- But conservation will set those
Yes.
standards.
Base flood's at elevation 11 in that area.
Excuse me?
Base flood elevation is 11 in that area.
yeah, you'll have to go 2 feet above that anyways.
But you don't know where the elevation is of the street.
No,
Yeah.
we're,
Yeah.
that's going to the engineering outfit in Saugus, Ricky
Oh,
DeSalvo.
yeah.
Flood insurance requirements too? Yeah, 'cause that road.
It has to.
We have the news team down there last minute.
That will all be addressed at conservation, but during the last few storms, I raced down there, and I took photos. And I was glad to say most of the neighbors were parking on the lot so that their cars wouldn't be destroyed after the last 2 floods. So that, we had no problem with that, and we
No,
welcome
we
that.
haven't moved the cars from that lot.
But during the height of the storm, I was down, North Shore Road was flooded,
And
but that will be our
everybody fights
conservation.
over the parking as it is now, too.
Okay?
So you're gonna be bringing, put a road in there connecting Elton and Arcadia, you're gonna bring material, right?
Excuse me?
You're gonna bring material in,
We
It'll be an
don't, we haven't set that in. We're gonna,
It'll be just crushed stone easement.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're just concerned about the softness of the earth, how
The water table's high.
the water it moves. We've had tons of cracks on the street, the poles leaning over. Anything that disturbs the earth there affects all our homes around there.
Yeah.
Do you understand? It's like you're banging and piling there. And
There's 3 methods, we haven't chosen anything yet, but that's a concern. We are
Okay, well,
taking
even
that.
with trucks going down there,
Yeah,
I mean, is it
trucks
safe
going
for us
down.
to be in our homes with all this going on across the street? It's our footing of our home. The earth is very soft, the foundation, everything affects that comes down that area, we feel in our homes.
If we have damage down there, is anybody gonna help us, like, support it?
We are, Nova is a bonded outfit. We are bonded, we are insured. We deal with licensed architects, licensed engineers. And again, we talked to the previous builders down there, but we're local builders, and I think they were either across the street, directly across the street, and they seem to have no problem.
I would suggest that you take a pre-construction survey of the homes around you,
Yeah.
take photographs of your foundations, your driveways, any
We'll make
structures
that
on your
condition
lot,
of the building permit.
and, yeah.
That's fine.
What kind of assurances would we have then, as far as something happened to our property that you guys would cover it?
That's why we're gonna be doing the
Okay.
determination.
I'm sorry?
So is there a time limit on that after the houses are built and then they're sold? Or whatever you're gonna do with them, like, if something happens down the line?
I'll make one statement. The soil down there, if there's a settlement related to this work, it would be immediate versus long term. Because the type of soil that it has, you see it right away.
It's a marshy area, it's all marsh.
Yeah. That type of ground.
They're gonna have their own parking?
Yes, yeah, they're gonna provide off-street parking there. They're required to,
Sorry, there's a ditch next to that, caving in or anything like that, you know, because now you're adding weight to the area, and that ditch, the water comes all the way up to the high tide anyway, and when there's a storm, the winter time, and then around, that's why the water comes up on the street.
And if there's a malfunction of the gates,
Yeah.
I can't even
Which
plan
we've
that.
had several times,
happens often.
and they don't maintain the cleanliness of the gate.
Out the ditch.
Oh,
Yeah,
there he is
flooded
right there.
ditch.
He's right on top of it.
Yeah,
Good.
he is,
Then
yeah.
it's gonna help us all.
I will say, there's plans to dredge that ditch from North Shore Road, the northern end, all the way to North Shore Road and the southern end, which would improve the capacity of the ditch. So drains that we put on Ellerton Street and Arcadia Street in the past will work more effectively now with that dredged in.
It's been working great.
This side.
But he's gonna have to do a wetland survey of that ditch and show its proximity to
That's the end of the
where he's
Right.
building.
To Arcadia Street, it's extremely close.
I'm adjacent to this property, so I'm
Yeah.
very concerned.
I suggest maybe those matters can be taken at the Conservation Commission, because at that point, you'll have a civil engineer there who can respond to those
Once we have
requests
some
and
more
issues.
of the data information in, and
Yeah.
I reached out to the
Yeah.
ward council, and I believe he was receptive. If you want to meet, you want to talk about this,
I want to make one thing perfectly clear. I'm not receptive to anything being built there.
no,
Me either.
if we,
It's a
I
flood
I
area,
said,
we've
if there's
experienced
any
all
issue,
kinds of flooding
we
down
want
there
to
since
go
I've
over
been
with the
city
neighborhoods.
council.
It's a reservation, it
So-
wasn't even
And I can
supposed
assure
to
you
have
that
them
at the
up on the
Conservation
street.
Commission meeting, I will be there.
Me too.
I will be objective to this. the wrong
just-
thing. It's the wrong
Not
thing.
right.
I just want to say
You
one
don't
thing.
live down there, I don't live down there, these people do.
Several years ago, they built two of these townhouses behind, I think, 94 Arcadia Street, the back lot. And, you know, with the building and so forth and everything going on, my back deck kind of buckled a little bit in the middle, okay? So I came to this meeting to speak to the builder and the man that he was even living there. And we all got up in front of here, and he promised the committee that he would come and fix my deck and any other things that I needed. Well, sir, he sold the house and left. I never heard from him again. So my deck still remains with a buckle in the middle from the pounding and the building next door to me. He left nothing. I got nothing. So I'm not saying that you would do that, but it's happened.
I'm not
Okay?
disagreeing.
And it's very disconcerting. I worked my life to save up for a deposit for that
No,
house.
but this is one.
And I pay a lot of money to live there like everybody else pays their mortgage. That wasn't fair.
Only has 10 feet.
Hey, it wasn't fair.
They weren't supposed to build those 3 houses on that
All right, Hal, can we just review the zoning here? Because I see some issues. Your front yard setback is 15 feet requirement. You only provide 10 for both these on Elton Street and Arcadia Street.
Okay, so.
10 and 30.
You-
I'm sorry, 15 and
15.
30. And 30 in the rear.
15,
15 in the front.
20 in the rear.
20 in the rear.
These are under 8,000 square feet, right? No, they're over 6,000, I'm sorry.
Yeah, 30 in the rear.
Yeah, you're going to need 20 in the front, 30 in the
We
rear,
have 30 in the rear here.
and 10 on each
We
side.
have it here.
So,
20 feet for decks. So the rear yard setbacks up here would be correct.
okay. so
No,
the old-
except for this one. This only has 20 here.
No, 20 to the deck front.
Well, it
Yeah,
doesn't show.
okay.
It
But
doesn't
it's
show.
Here's your
over
30.
6 feet.
It shows right there. Oh, 25, yeah, it does, you don't
Yeah.
have it. On this one, you do not have it. On these two, you do not have
Yeah.
it.
So if we go back to the original without the step, without this, if it's straight, then I'll have it.
But then you're not gonna meet the ordinance, which requires a setback with 2 separate
Yeah.
entrances.
So we have to just
You
make
might
it a
have
little
to
smaller.
cut the unit size
Cut the
down.
unit, so it's 15 in the back, 30 in the rear.
30 in the rear and 20 in the front. So you're going to pick up 10
Hold on, you just said 15 in the front.
15 in the front, 30 in the rear. We did it
It's 20 and 30. It's 20 and 30.
20, it's 20.
20 and 30.
Any lot over 6,000 square feet needs 20 in the front, 30 in the rear, and 10 on each side,
That's it. Okay,
okay?
no rules.
No, those are all rules.
They're established. It's because it appears these are separate lots, but
Yeah.
they cannot be. They have to be combined.
So-
So they're over 6,000 square feet,
The
20
ordinance-
feet in the front, 30 in the rear.
The way the zoning reads, it has to have a setback, correct?
If you want two
Yeah.
principal entrances,
Okay.
correct. You need a setback,
We need the setback.
yes.
Okay. And then 20. 30 in the rear. Okay.
Correct.
And then, since you are in the 100-year floodplain, you are allowed to go up 3 stories if you have a garage under,
Yes.
which you do,
Which it
and
looks
35
like-
feet
yeah,
high,
looks like you
so.
have. Yep.
And this looks like, this doesn't reflect the plan that you show here. You've changed it, right? You don't show the offset.
No, it's not shown.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, it's not shown yet.
Yeah.
So it's a good thing, we have to just make a little
Yes.
adjustment on the
So
offset.
come back to us when you make that adjustment, then we'll.
Show me one more time the road or something you're gonna put.
I don't think, it's gonna be an easement, I imagine, for the fire department to use. It's gonna be a crushed stone easement, not a road for a public.
Oh, okay.
It would be an easement granted to the fire department for use for emergency use.
All right, okay, I thought it was gonna be a public thing.
Am I correct? Yeah.
Correct.
Excuse me, one more question. The ditch on the other side, what are you doing with the ditch?
Put up a sign, no public access,
Huh?
fire, what's that?
Yeah.
On the side, on Arcadia Street, that whole ditch? What are they gonna do with it? Is it- They're gonna,
What are we gonna do, city sewer?
no, they're gonna fix it?
You're not gonna do it.
But again, these are questions you should ask at the Conservation Commission meeting, because at that point, the civil, his
I don't think you
civil
wanna go
engineer
for
will be there,
relief.
and the
Do we
Conservation
have to
Commission
come back
will
here
go
again?
You will with a revised
tell them
plan.
what the
With the
so-
revised,
requirements
to the
are.
conservation, then
And
come
then you
back?
can ask the civil, his civil engineer.
No, I would come here first, and make sure we get the zoning correct.
You'll get notice, I'm
So
not
we have
quite
to
sure
put
whenever they
Put on
file.
the computer again, or can you put us on for the next meeting?
No, you have to do it. You have to-
Do with the computer again?
Yeah,
Okay.
this way it'll be on the
But,
agenda.
Conservation Commission meeting's different. There's public notice giving out for that. You could, I'm sure your ward council will give you.
Yeah, this is Bay Road, which we didn't address yet.
Do you have a site plan?
There's 3 different projects.
Do you have a site plan for the first one?
For, he has it right here.
No, I'm looking for one done by a surveyor.
I don't think he has one.
Taken.
He doesn't have one stamped by a registered surveyor. Yeah, you need it.
This is Bay Road, so if this one is stamped, there should be one for...
Oh,
This
Bay
is
Road.
That's where all some of that one.
Yeah, they have to return on Arcadia and Elephant Street revised plans.
Al, let me see what you got over there.
The same
No,
problem
that's
on
just,
Bay Road.
that's not a site plan.
So, this is Bay Road.
Which one, where's that?
Yeah, same problem, front yard, rear yard,
So the front
violation,
setback is
20 feet,
20 feet, rear.
it's 30 feet.
Where's this one?
20 to the deck.
20 to the deck.
But 30 feet to the structure.
Is this at the end of it?
Yes. Right-hand side.
The last
Yeah.
one or the second one?
I think it was.
The Guido amendment.
Yeah, Bay Road.
So, I mean, you have to come back for Bay Road too, unless we will deny it, then
Okay.
you go to the
Yeah, we'll come back.
ZBA.
So we just have to
We'll make the
go to the
correction and
office
come
and
back.
Yeah.
request it. When's your next meeting after the?
Next
Yeah,
Tuesday.
you do everything online,
Okay.
relative to the revised, yeah.
All right.
The revised plans.
Just for the record, if you're extending the road beyond 150 feet, you have to provide a turnaround. Okay, even if it's existing road, so what you're doing here, or what you're doing there, you gotta have.
Where's the Bay Road one?
Whether it's just hammerhead, cul-de-sac,
This is what we talked
a couple
about.
different
Yeah.
options.
For Bay Road.
The road too, you can say that.
I think the city owns this parcel,
That
doesn't it?
if you're extending it beyond 150 feet,
If the road, that is road is extended beyond
so yeah, this
150
one.
feet, you have to provide a turnaround.
So Paul, what's happening is
So
there's
there we
another
have
lot
roadway.
before
problem,
them,
don't they?
Yeah.
There's no roadway there.
and that's gonna act, was it,
You're the last lot on Bay Road, right?
yeah, the last lot on the right.
So you're gonna have to develop the
Did you
road
see
in
it?
front.
Yeah, you don't have any frontage
Realize that.
on a public way that's constructed.
So you need 8,000 square feet.
So, I mean, these lots aren't even buildable because you don't have frontage on a roadway that's constructed, so you
But
would need,
unless you can provide 8,000 square feet.
he'd have to extend the roadway, and no, he needs a variance.
You have to extend the
It's not a
roadway.
qualified
Unless he
lot.
wants to combine the other lot, there's
You have
another
to
lot there.
extend the
I don't know if he
sewer
owns that other lot. Oh, city owns it.
City owns that.
The infrastructure has to get down there. Water and sewer don't go down that far, so.
City owns
That's
the
something you have
lot
to
before
consider.
that or across?
City owns the one
before.
And that's done. But your sewer goes only as far as the last house, so you're gonna bring it down the rest of the way. Same with the water, it doesn't go down all the way.
Yeah.
so To get your service, you're gonna have to extend it.
But you're looking for a variance on this, for relief, because you don't have a qualified lot, so it'd be an area, variance for area. And if you leave it as designed as it is, it would be a variance for area, front yard setback, and rear yard setback.
So is it determination if you extended 150 feet, is that the
Well,
lot
there's
size?
two different issues here. One is the zoning end of it, Hal. You need, it doesn't front on a public way. There's no established roadway.
Oh, because it's dead.
Because it's dead, correct. So now you need a conforming lot.
Right.
Which you don't have. You have a 7,000 square foot lot, you're short 1,000 feet. So you need relief on the lot size.
Yeah.
Isn't this lot
You
at
need-
6,000?
You need 8,000 square
No.
feet for a buildable lot.
I need 8,000.
8,000.
This is not a
Would it-
qualified lot,
It's not,
because,
in essence, a grandfather lot.
Yeah, it's not
Qualified lot
grandfathered, yeah.
is a qualified lot is considered a grandfather lot.
Would that make it a grandfather lot when the,
You don't have one because you do not front on a public way.
oh, okay.
yeah.
And then beyond that, you would have the issue with the fire department.
Yes.
extend it beyond 150 feet, but you'd have to create a turnaround.
Okay.
If I had a question about the water rising, would that be here or the conservation?
I would
Conservation.
address that to conservation.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
We'll see you next week.
Happy Fourth you all.
Are these, are all three of these included in the citizen survey already? It's already uploaded and whatnot?
So I did see you, did you submit applications?
No, I don't believe so.
Yes.
You did, yeah,
You
so.
submit them online?
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay, so they're in there?
but they're not gonna be rooted,
What parcel
Nick,
number
until
is
there's a
this?
site plan review letter. So they have to pass
This one?
through site plan
Yeah, the one
first.
he wants to build on.
You prematurely submitted the applications, I did see them.
See free?
I didn't want to do anything until we met today.
Okay.
So what I'm going to do is I don't know how I'll address.
Continue it?
Yeah, continue it or.
Without a finding or
Yeah,
table it?
what, site plan's different. On the e-permitting end, I will, say additional documentation needed, which is a site plan review letter.
Yep.
All
Okay?
right.
All right. You can
Do you
hang,
need any,
you can keep all this stuff till next week.
Okay, I won't be running.
You don't want, you don't want
And
anything.
You can go,
No.
how many,
I can go and look.
you can go.
when you go to
yeah,
the site
it's just-
plan,
it's
how
not in
many
my queue.
prints
Correct.
do you need?
Just, all we need is three.
You need 3?
Yeah.
Do you need a thumb drive like the building department's gonna need, or
No, no, we just want three hard
You
copies.
gotta upload that on the permit one.
Yeah, what,
The final drawings when they upload them.
okay. Very good.
Right in.
All right, just have it. All right, thank you very much.
All right, thank you all.
I'll have a happy 4th of July. Thank you.
Yep. All right, see you next week. Yes. That concludes site plan review committee meeting for July 2nd, 2018. July 3rd, sorry.